Do good, Maverick. Go here. Welcome to podcast episode number 159. I thought I'd share another one of my favorite movie scenes. It's a scene from Good Will Hunting. Now, this is a scene that goes on in a bar, so there's a little bit of a background noise, but let me try to share it and see how it goes. Hopefully the audio is good enough.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? Fine. So do you ladies, do I come here? I come here a bit. I'm here, from time to time. Do you go to school here? Yeah. No. Let's see. So I think I had a class with you. I am? What class? History. Maybe. Yes, I think that's what it was. You don't necessarily not remember me. I like it here. It doesn't mean because I go here I'm a genius. I am very smart. Hey, how's it going? How are you?
How you doing?
You want to?
What class did you say that was?
History. Yeah.
Just history? It must have been a survey course then, huh?
Yeah, it was. It was surveys.
Right.
You should check it out. It's a good course. It's a good class.
How'd you like that course?
Frankly, I found the class, rather elementary.
Elementary. I don't doubt that it was.
Yeah.
I remember that class. It was just between recess and lunch.
Why don't you go away?
Why don't you relax?
Go
I'm
away.
just having fun with my new friend, that's all.
We gonna have a problem?
No, there's no problem here. I was just hoping you might give me some insight into the evolution of the market economy in the southern colonies. My contention is that prior to the Revolutionary War, the economic modalities, especially in the southern colonies, could most aptly be characterized as agrarian free capital.
All right, of course that's you.
Hang on a second.
You're a first-year grad student. You just got finished reading some Marxian historian, Pete Garrison, probably. You're gonna be convinced of that till next month when you get to James Lemon. Then you're gonna be talking about how the economies of Virginia and Pennsylvania were entrepreneurial and capitalist way back in 1740. That's gonna last until next year. You're gonna be in here regurgitating Gordon Wood, talking about, the pre-revolutionary utopia and the capital forming effects of military mobilization.
As a matter of fact, I won't because Wood drastically underestimates the impact
Wood
of social
drastically underestimates the impact of social distinctions predicated upon wealth, especially inherited wealth. You got that from Vickers. Work in Essex County, page 98, right? Yeah, I read that too. Were you gonna plagiarize the whole thing for us? Do you have any thoughts of your own on this matter? Or is that your thing? You come into a bar, you read some obscure passage and then pretend you pawn it off as your own idea just to impress some girls, embarrass my friend? See, the sad thing about a guy like you is in 50 years, you're going to start doing some thinking on your own and you're going to come up with the fact that there are two certainties in life. One, don't do that. And two, you dropped 150 grand on a fucking education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges at the public library.
Yeah, but I will have a degree. And you'll be serving my kids fries at a drive-thru on our way to a skiing trip.
Maybe. Yeah, but at least I won't be unoriginal. But I mean, if you have a problem with that, we could just step outside and we could figure it out.
Oh, man, there's no problem.
School? School? Cool.
Damn right, it's cool.
Are you like me now? My boy's a wicked smart.
There you have it. The legendary scene. So those of you that are not looking at the video version, I guess you got the scene. Three friends. One of them was trying to, basically approach and talk to those girls. Two college girls, or two young ladies. That was basically, I guess I guess the audio was good enough, so I don't have to explain the whole scene. But yeah, it's a legendary scene. Yeah, and his argument about him paying $150,000 for something that he could have gotten for like $1.50 at late charges at the public library. That pretty much sums up college when it comes to how it is for a lot of people. They're paying 150 to $300,000-$400,000. It's not that expensive in all cases, but yeah, it happens a lot. People are paying huge amounts to learn things they could have searched for online or in books. They could have read from the public library. But they're doing it for degrees. You know, the guy's arguing back. The douche in the movie scene was arguing back. Yeah, but at least I'll have a degree. Yeah, isn't that why? Isn't that why a lot of people go to college these days? It's supposed to be some kind of place you go to learn things, acquire knowledge and skills, wisdom, information, understanding. No, it's like that's no. Don't talk about knowledge. It's just to get a degree. It's almost at that point when it comes to many colleges, not all, but extremely many. Like people are spending tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars getting huge loans to go to college to get a degree. And a lot of them don't even get a job that is even related to the degree that they spent years and a small fortune to acquire. Yeah, the modern school system is one of the biggest scams in the history of the world, I think. And his phrase about once the guy reached like 50, he would start doing some thinking of his own and realize some things. Yeah, thinking on your own. That's another big one. Thinking on your own. There was something happening. I'm not sure if I can say it out loud, but there was something happening in the year 2020 to 2024 where some kind of thing was spreading around. People were getting sick. And then there was some kind of extremely experimental and extremely dangerous injection that were being promoted to be the solution to that whole thing. And what was the typical thing? What people were especially susceptible to basically accept the lie or gobble up the lie and go take that experimental injection? Well, it was especially highly educated and highly intelligent people. Isn't that fascinating? Because they've kind of when it comes to highly educated people, in many ways, they have oftentimes been trained to accept things that are being promoted by authority, by the matrix, you might call it, or the government, or yeah, the authorities. What they say is the truth. Accept it. It's like that's one of the main things many people are learning in college. Again, I'm not saying it's the only thing. There is a massive thing. So that was one of the things that was revealed in 2020 to 2024, that those people, highly educated and highly intelligent, actually was one of the ones that very often took the injection. So yeah, and that injection turned out to be extremely dangerous. So yeah, thinking for yourself. And another quote from that scene. At least he wouldn't be unoriginal. That guy said that guy, the douchebag, or the douche that said he would at least have a degree, and that the other guy would be serving him and his family fries while they were going for a skiing trip, something like that. And his response from Will was like, yeah, but at least he wouldn't be unoriginal. Nice. Most people are, all people are born originals, but it seems like most people die as copies. Interesting. Why is that? So when it comes to knowledge, his argument paying $1.50 in late charges instead of $150,000. That whole concept is just massive. Self-education in the movie Good Will Hunting, Will, the main character, he was basically extremely prolific when it comes to his self-education. He was reading books like crazy. And imagine the potential these days. Now, most of us are not some kind of super genius like Will, but still, knowledge is important, extremely important. A lot of times, an average intelligent person with a lot of knowledge can run circles around an extremely intelligent person without that knowledge. Knowledge is power, especially if you apply it. And these days, you can use things like, the internet, artificial intelligence, audiobooks, interviews, podcasts, online courses, books, a lot of opportunities. So instead of scrolling through social media or surfing the web, we should try to do more self-education. Jim Rohn had a quote that went something like, formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. And that's very often the case. There is a reason that a lot of rich people, when they are building houses, they have a library in their house. I'm sorry about all my background noise there. I have a bit of a cold. But yeah, when rich people are building houses, there's often a library included. And why is that? Is it because rich people have some kind of special taste for books? Or is it because oftentimes books have made a tremendous difference in their lives and might be one of the several big factors that helped them be successful? Something to think about. But yeah, another of my favorite movie scenes. And by the way, if you are dreaming about escaping the rat race, maybe you should build your own cash cow business, your own community cash cow. The last few weeks, I've been interviewing a bunch of people that are running paid communities and making at least $10,000 in profit per month. If you want to learn from those real-life success stories and also connect with a bunch of people that are in the process of building their own paid communities, check it out on communitycashcows.com. Take care and God bless.